Well, the leadership of the Nigeria Labour Congress is asking the federal government to reverse the latest petrol pump price hike immediately. In a statement, NLC President Joe Ajaero noted that previous increases did not produce any good results, as people only got poorer after such increments in petrol pump prices. He says the latest hike would further deepen poverty among Nigerians, with production capacities deepened and more jobs getting lost, thereby leading to multidimensional poverty and other adverse effects. The NLC president challenged the federal government to go back to the drawing board and present Nigerians with a blueprint for inclusive economic growth and national development.
Well, energy expert Maurice Ibe joins us now for more on these developments. What shall we say to these things? Dr. Maurice Ibe, welcome. Good to have you on Newsnight. I mean, the mood out there is actually palpable. We can all feel it. Now, this is to say subsidy is fully gone. Fully, totally.
Total deregulation. Absolutely. Subsidy is gone and gone forever.
Where does that leave us? Is this even sustainable? What are the fundamentals that went wrong that brought us here?
Well, we actually got it wrong from the beginning. From the beginning of removal of subsidy. If you recall, we have had this discussion on many occasions, and I always said that the first and foremost thing we should have done before even talking about deregulation was to make sure some of our refineries were functional. You can't be deregulating fully and removing subsidy if you have no functional refinery. We're actually lucky that Dangote, God bless his soul, came on stream. Because if he hadn't come on stream, what would become of us? We'll still be fully important, which means you won't be talking about 1,030, maybe talking about 1,100 or 1,200 naira landed. So,
if not more.
If not more. So the situation we have right now is that subsidy is gone. The regulation is the market is fully regulated. The free market has taken its course.
So what factors led to the second price increase in so short a time?
Well, whatever Dangote is selling to NNPC, it is where this particular new pricing came in.
Until date, Dangote hasn't told anyone the price.
I wish you had an NPC here to tell you or tell us how much that's buying from Dangote Refinery.
So it looks like a black deal going on.
I said it the last time I was...
Nigerians can't, sorry to cut you there, Mr. Ibe. Nigerians can't afford to go on with silence from the NNPC and Dangote. No. Dangote, till this moment, will say they're waiting for NNPC to fix the price. And they're hesitant in letting the people know at what price they're selling, even to the NNPC. So what truly, that is why I'm asking, what exactly are the factors that have led to this second increase? Because I don't know if you know.
Suleiman, let's be realistic.
And that's why we're asking.
Let's be very realistic. Yeah. When you're operating in a fully deregulated market, nobody can fix the price. You sell based on what you buy. We may be complaining that Dangote hasn't told us how much he's selling NNPC, or NNPC is not disclosing to us how much he's buying from Dangote. But remember, you sell according to what you buy.
But what does that tell you if both are not saying at what price they're getting the commodity? Well, doesn't that tell that there's something,
we've always known that that's something that is not, very clear.
Right. So the opaqueness around oil and gas
there has to be some level of clarity.
Yeah.
Because when they had this deal with the outside world, outside Nigeria, they always tell us about the landing cost, they tell us about freight, they tell us all sorts. Yes. But now it's happening here. Well, mom seemed to be the word.
But NNPC shouldn't have been the only off-takers in the first place. They have 4 refineries. They can't get any functional. Dangote is a private refinery. So he sells based on what his cost of production.
And what cost is he
But
selling?
again, you can interrogate Dangote Refinery all you want. He is a private refinery.
Yeah.
The government can't legislate or can't tell him what to sell for. He is going to sell to the market what he thinks is profitable to sell on. So the issue is not Dangote Refinery. The issue is not Dangote. The issue is that you've deregulated the market. And you deregulated the market at a time when you had no functional refinery.
Yeah.
No functional refinery.
That's on the one hand.
So now you've created another type of monopoly in the system. So what do you expect? There's no competition.
The issue of the refineries not functioning, on the one hand.
Yes.
And then, on the other hand, is the devaluation of the naira that went hand in hand. Is that at the core of what we're experiencing now?
Absolutely. The devaluation plays quite a role in what is happening. No doubt about it. The devaluation of the naira plays quite a role. But remember, Dangote is now buying or being supplied crude in naira, not in dollars. So we expected that should have softened the cost at the pump price. So it's a bit surprising that NNPC, at such a short period of time, is hitting us with a new price. So it would be good for them to come out and tell Nigerians what suddenly happened.
Well, you know, sometimes it might look so difficult for us to talk about issues on television, especially when we seem not to be going forward, because there's clearly something that we need to get, and it has to do with Dangote and the NNPC. You cannot be in business without telling the people at what cost you're doing A, B, and C, and NNPC on the other hand. But again, well, let's move on. How will this price, if any, is the government, do you think that the government should now consider alleviating the financial burden on citizens now that the NLC is spoken? So many other Nigerians, you saw in that report, our reporters went out earlier in the day. People are not happy, people are not excited. So shouldn't the government bend?
Absolutely. I mean, it's heart-wrenching to see what Nigerians are going through today. Very heart-wrenching. And the essence of government is not to make things difficult for a citizen. I was thinking that the essence of government is to make life and living a little easier and comfortable. And I think no matter what the experts say, no matter what the economists say, no matter what anybody says about subsidy, the government has to provide some kind of intervention at this point, because this is unsustainable. It's unsustainable.
That's the point.
And NNPC also, if I may just say this, NNPC needs to come out openly and explain what is happening. NNPC, again I say, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, needs to come out openly and kind of unravel what is happening, because they are the ones.
What's the use of a spokesperson for NNPC when NNPC can't speak to Nigerians?
It bothers me. The last time I came here, we were wondering how much they're buying from Dangote and how much are not buying from Dangote Refinery. How do you conduct such a transaction?
So moving away from all of that, now how do we move forward from this
The government has to step in. The government,
in what way exactly?
Well, I would hate to say this, but the government has to step in with some kind of intervention. Whether you call it subsidy, I don't care what you call it. But this is not sustainable. The government must step in at some point.
Will it be subsidy at the exchange rate or at the pump price?
At this point, Nigerians don't care. They just want to buy fuel at affordable prices.
And selling crude in naira, isn't that
some level of subsidy?
Some level of subsidy.
There's some level of subsidy. Providing or selling crude in naira should provide some kind of succor, some kind of subsidy. And I was thinking that should reflect in the new pricing structure. But again, like I said, NNPC needs to come out clearly and tell Nigerians what is happening. This is not working. And I don't know how sustainable this can be.
And I'm just wondering, even if the NNPCL came out to tell Nigerians exactly what's happening, how does it solve the problem of cost of living? Minimum wage 70,000 naira, and you have to go to the pumps to buy, a lot more than what you earn.
At least that will provide the government the basis to do whatever they can do to help alleviate the sufferings.
Dr. Maurice Ibe, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.